murders! Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations 2. My name's SkiniMini.
And I'm Pharaoh.
Last episode, we pretty much pinpointed Patricia Roland as a murderer, but then she's like, oh no, it's not, and we found out that she's actually the supplier for Dogen, and we're like, well then crap, then you must have murdered him because you got Frank Salwood as your apprentice to, you know, unlock the door and turn the power off and stuff. So now we're about to hear her story about why she's not the murderer, I think.
That's a good synopsis. I don't know anymore.
Here we go, my story. I believe that the culprit in this case could only have been Dogen. I have no idea what transpired between Dogen and the victim. It simply could have been that Dogen was displeased with him. In any case, he was the one who stabbed the victim to death. He probably had a dog dispose of the body. This is the truth of the case. The victim, Mr. Knightley, was it? Oh, I think it is a truly terrible thing.
Taking a man's life, you mean?
That's how you'd go about saying it, isn't it? If only I had been more vigilant, his death would not have happened. That's why I wanted to clear up his regrets. Oh yeah, forgot. Her. That
whore.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's your go-to word. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, Courtney, I'm not sure how I feel about her right now.
Maybe whore.
A possibility whore.
A whore in the making?
Alright, let's just stop. Warden Roland, how considerate. I'm sure Mr. Knightley in heaven is overflowing with gratitude.
Assuming he went there. No, we shouldn't speak ill of
the fictional dead?
Yes. Is gratitude really what Knightley feels? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we're good.
All I heard was,
oh, you didn't hear me say it?
No, but I figured you said it because I heard you talk. Like I heard you start talking, and then Discord was like, poof.
Oh, of course, I took a fart.
But it's okay since you all had the audio to just go through, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my story. Oh, I don't need to do this again. Okay, hold on. And guess what we forgot to do before recording?
Shoot. Yeah.
We forgot to look at the... Okay, hold on. So we have the circuit breaker, which we think that she gave the keys to Salwood to turn off to turn off the circuit breaker. That's what we think. So, and then the Dogen bells. Okay. Autopsy report. Oh yeah, didn't it get updated?
I believe.
Sometime from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Which was, I think, the same time the, Oh, no. Okay. Alright, anyway. Okay, I have no idea what transpired between Dogen and the victim. It simply could have been that Dogen was displeased with him. Okay, I want to press on that.
Did you say something?
Yes.
What'd you say?
Oh, can we press on, that Dogen was displeased with him?
Okay.
Sorry, I was talking that whole time. It didn't show?
No, nothing.
Oh my god, okay. Sorry.
Mondays are something else.
That's the only days we record, so it's like,
I know.
Freaking.
We'll fix it, so we'll get back on track with all this nonsense. What could Knightley have done in the detention center to displease him?
That was just an example. You don't have to take it so seriously. Didn't I already say that I had no idea what transpired between them? Nevertheless, you certainly are a serious one, Edgeworth dear.
What's this? That piercing gaze?
Always standing straight and stiff. Very nice. Looking very clever, my dear. I think I'm about to become your biggest fan.
Ugh.
Mr. Edgeworth, stay focused! It's just a flesh wound!
Right. Is this some form of psychological warfare?
Sure. So I'm guessing we have to present evidence at this point?
I don't know. I'm a little whooped.
Oh, in any case, he was the one who was stabbed to death. Okay. He probably had a dog dispose of the body. Oh, wait a minute. This is the truth of the case. That's not. The dog didn't dispose of the body because we know what happened to the body, right? No, dang it! No, fart! Okay, sorry.
And, well, in terms of, like, what do we know what happened to the body?
We know it was, in the well. It was used during Simon's trick. Oh, no, yeah, that's probably, yeah, she made that. Okay, let's just press on the last statement.
Which one was that?
He probably had a dog dispose of the body.
Okay. Do you mean to say the dog threw the body into the well?
Dogen has more than one dog, not just that black one, you know. Didn't I tell you? He has henchmen outside these walls as well.
You mean his henchmen outside of prison aided him in his crime?
Of course not. They would have been caught by the security gates. But think about it. Wasn't he the supplier? It's not hard to think he had dogs within the prison too.
Oh? Well, then why didn't you tell me the names of these so-called dogs?
If I knew that, I wouldn't have gone through so much trouble. In any case, it's still a possibility. Please try to consider it.
She's dodging the question. Can't I pursue this line of thought any further? Warden Roland's testimony is covered in lies. If I pick them apart one by one, her true colors will surely be revealed.
Okay, so I don't know if that means press or present. Because if she's lying, then that means we have evidence to prove it.
True, but at the same time, I don't know what the fudge to present at any point just yet.
She has no idea what transpired between Dogen and the victim. Which makes me question, because I'm like, you know, they knew each other through the chess thing, but that doesn't mean that's what caused them to supposedly hate each other.
Right. Right now I'm trying to think how the hell he even got close enough to even do it. I may be forgetting the details here, but...
He was the one who stabbed the victim to death. He probably had a dog over the face. I mean, we know she's lying, but I'm just like, where... In this case, could have been Dogen. I think we've been saying his name wrong, but oh well.
I've been saying it wrong for years. I frankly don't care. We'll just chalk it up in interpretation, which people still say is wrong, but died instantly from a stab to the neck. I don't want to waste time on this. Maybe it's just a well thought. We don't know, period. Maybe it's best to just press.
Okay. So should we start at the beginning then?
Up to you.
Yeah, start at the beginning. I believe the Cobra could have in this case go and Dogen. Hold it, woman!
Sorry, I was trying to get back to where I was. There we go. You seem very confident of that. How can you be so sure?
The children of this home are all good little boys and girls. Believe in yourself, believe in your friends, and believe in me and the gods. There is no way any of these hard-working children could have committed the murder.
Quite an emotional reason. Makes sense coming from someone like her.
Only Dogen could have been capable of something like that. That's weird. She has no idea what transpired between... Okay, let's press on that one.
Did we do this one already?
Or was it the third one?
I don't know. Damn.
Let me try the second one.
Okay.
No, okay, we haven't.
Oh, hold on. Knightley was being held in the detention center, and Dogen was in a prison. They couldn't make any contact. Don't you think that would have prevented trouble?
The prison is quite confined, right? There were many ways for them to meet.
Knightley was murdered days before he would have been sentenced to prison. Surely there weren't many ways a meeting could have occurred.
Even without a direct meeting, Dogen can still cause trouble. Mark my words. Okay, in any case, he was the one victim stabbed to death. Stabbed the victim to death. Press.
I'd like to hear your thoughts about the circumstances surrounding the murder.
Well, I suppose it was a simple job. During his booking, I learned that the victim had some kind of injury to his neck. He couldn't turn his neck to the right. I remember him saying something like that.
Booking. That's the process one undergoes being locked up in the detention center. Talk. It sounds like you don't really know a lot about Knightley.
I only know a little. In any case, he would have been an easy target for Dogen. Perhaps he used the chisel hidden in the chessboard? Oh, you... The victim wouldn't even have had a chance to scream.
I see. Your opinion will be a very valuable reference. Could you add those last statements to your testimony?
Oh, you're making me blush. You're so cute. I'm just kidding. I'll continue. Don't kid like that, you crazy woman.
Yeah.
So, right? Okay, so we had to press on that. Okay. That was the first thing that stuck out to me, but I'm like, nah, it's gonna be fine. Stupid. Just go with your instincts, Danny. Okay. Perhaps he used a chisel hidden in a chessboard. I'm sure it would have been a simple job. Dang it. Okay, no, go back. Okay. Perhaps he used the chisel hidden in the chessboard. Okay, hold on. The chessboard. We know that he hid that in there, but hold on. The chisel itself, there are traces of blood on it. Dogen hid it in the dog's mouth. There's a small bell attached to it. I don't know why I had to check it. I don't know if we need to present the chisel on it.
Well, how the hell does she even know about a chessboard in the first place?
That's what I'm wondering.
Should we present that?
Yeah, I think so. Because it's like, how would she know that it had a little thing in there? Like, cool, because we found out through Courtney.
Right.
Okay, I want to press on that. I mean, sure, just present.
Objection!
Yes, the music stopped.
We did it. Warden Roland, you certainly are sharp-witted.
Hey, enough with the titles. Call me Patty. P-A-T-T-Y.
However, there's something you are a little too knowledgeable about.
Oh, God.
What you laughing about?
I don't want to do the hoo-hoo. I don't, like, whatever. Embarrassed? You're such an inexperienced child, Edgeworth, dear.
Gah!
Fight on! Mr. That's a weird way to break up the set. Fight on, Mr. Edgeworth!
Mm-hmm. You said you didn't really know that much about Knightley. But if that's the case, how did you know about the chisel inside the chessboard?
Oh, of course. The entrance check.
Enough of the poor excuses. The entrance check? The chessboard wasn't something Knightley brought with him. It was brought to him later by Mr. Keyes. He didn't even have it when he arrived here.
That's my mistake. I meant the parcel check.
Even if we assume that, there are still many suspicious points. Why wasn't there a chisel immediately confiscated? Judge Courtney, did you tell anyone about the trick to this chessboard?
I did not.
If no information about our investigation was leaked, then how did you find out? You couldn't have examined this during the entrance check or parcel check.
Certainly. someone in the warden's position would never have let a chisel slip by.
Exactly. So, answer this, Warden Roland. When and how did you learn about the chessboard's secret?
Oh!
In that case, I shall answer for you. It is because, well, shoot.
I give up, Edgeworth, dear. It is as you say. I interrogated Knightley. That's how I learned about the chessboard. But please believe me, I didn't kill anyone. Enough. It would appear that we have uncovered some vital information. I'll ask you to testify once more, if that's all right with you, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
No objections here?
Thank you, Edgeworth, dear. I'll do my best. Can you stop kissing the dog on the lips, please? It is making me very uncomfortable. Well then, Warden Roland, I trust there will be no lies from here on out.
Her pool of lies is slowly running dry. Soon I will bring out her true nature.
Oh, snap. We're ending this case in this episode. I don't care. Freaking. Alright, my story part 2. I wouldn't go so far as to call it an interrogation. I always make sure to talk to all my new arrivals. Mr. Knightley, yes, we had a little chat. After our talk, he went right back to his cell, I assure you.
She's piling lies on top of lies, not realizing that it only tightens the noose around her neck.
You speak with the new prisoners, you say? That's right. I'm glad you understand.
Your testimony is not solid evidence. It requires more than just understanding.
Well then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, you may begin your cross-examination. Golly, Courtney. It's like, I don't know how to give her... It's hard doing that stern voice in such a, like, quiet tone. So I'm, like, trying to learn how to do that.
No, I gotcha.
Okay. Alright, my story part 2. Okay, so it was an interrogation. She made sure to talk to all the new arrivals. Mr. Knightley, we had a little chat. He went right back to his cell, I assure you. But that doesn't... Okay, wait. I'm gonna go to Autopsy report. No. Okay, let's just press, because she's very vague. Okay, I'm gonna go to Mr. Knightley. We had a little chat. Press.
Okay. Excuse me.
You okay?
Yep. And what was Knightley like during the interrogation?
Oh, he was very honest. Mr. Knightley was?
Honest, pal?
He also talked about a croissant and as some kind of promo.
A croissant and chess piece promotions, I presume?
Oh, I forgot you took French.
I probably still said it wrong. I don't know.
Sounded right.
If it sounded French, it's probably how it is. Looks like he was with his usual chess-loving self.
Okay, after our talk, he went back to his cell, I assure you. Press on that.
If he really returned to his cell, there's no way he would be a corpse now.
Yeah. I know you're suggesting that I killed him during our interrogation, but I couldn't possibly have had a motive to kill Knightley, could I? Dogen was the only one I hated, and he had no connection with the victim.
She only hated Dogen. Please add that statement to your testimony.
Dogen was the only one I hated. He had no connection with the victim. Okay, oh shoot, wrong page. No, go to this. The Knightley's memo. He was playing against Dogen. Of course he had a connection, so present this mug hero. Yes.
George Courtney, I'd like you to have a look at this.
It looks like a record of a chess game. Is there something wrong with it?
This was discovered in the victim's cell. It was Knightley's memo. Warden Roland, you also discovered this note in the very same place. And not just in Knightley's cell, but Warden Dogen's too, correct?
What are you?
Don't say that you don't know about the chessboard in the special cell. After all, you would have kept an eye on Dogen's actions down to the smallest details. No. To be more precise, it wasn't Dogen that you need to keep an eye on.
The warden was searching for Mr. Dogen's henchmen.
From the start, I found it strange that the warden interrogated the prisoners personally. Since he used his henchmen to threaten harm to her family, Warden Roland interrogated Dogen to expose them.
So, what are you saying?
As you inspected Dogen's mail, you must have known that he played correspondence chess. And then Knightley appeared with a chess memo in hand. We deduced that he and Dogen were connected. You must have arrived at the same conclusion as well. However, you went one step too far in your reasoning. You thought Knightley was one of Dogen's henchmen who had come to kill you. So, that's why you interrogated Knightley, boy. And the boss won't crack, go after his henchmen. In addition, you discovered something when you were interrogating him. Inside his chessboard, you found a portable chisel.
The murder weapon.
To Warden Roland, the chisel was a symbol of Dogen, and that was the final straw. You believed Knightley was one of Dogen's henchmen, and you killed him. There seems there will be no rebuttal. Judge Courtney, your verdict.
Though it is incredibly unfortunate, there seems to be no room for doubt. I shall announce my verdict for the murder of Horace Knightley. I knew it. Oh, I forgot he was there.
That's why they did the character very well, because it's like, you honestly just forget he's there.
Yep. Twice my sacred verdict has been interrupted. Who was that? Warden Roland? Oh, how strange. You guys really don't understand anything.
It would seem the one who doesn't understand is you.
Me? Oh, I understand one thing very well. Whoa. That's adorable. There's a huge contradiction in your logic, Mr. Edgeworth.
Once she's cornered, she starts spouting nonsense. Pay it no heed. Judge Courtney, your verdict.
Overruled! Courtney. I am interested in hearing what the warden has to say.
What?
I thought so. I just have one thing I want to say.
One!
One!
Two!
You do that voice so well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Please take a good look at the autopsy report. The autopsy report? The one I brought with me? I heard exactly what you said earlier, Justine, darling. You said the wound was 4 inches deep. 4 inches?
No way.
Could that tiny chisel really have made a wound 4 inches deep?
Impossible!
How could I have made such an error? Oh, forgive me, goddess of law. Well, I believe that overturns your hypothesis. What will you do now, Mr. Edgeworth? What do we do?
It'll be alright, pal. Mr. Edgeworth always, Whoa, hey now, he's got a white. Hey, you're a defense attorney, aren't you? Isn't there something you can do, pal? Do that, tournament thing. Make some earth-shattering objection. Uncle Ray's a hard worker, but, without decisive evidence, we're just whipping a dead horse here.
Does that mean it's hopeless?
The true killer is Warden Roland. If it's not her, then nothing that's happened fits. But the chisel isn't a murder weapon. Are there any other sharp objects here?
There are still many mysteries remaining in this case. However, we do not have the evidence to solve them at this present time. We have no choice but to continue this battle in the courtroom.
Objection!
Every single time.
I know!
That would just give the killer a chance to destroy evidence.
Overruled! Are you mocking the court?
No. I didn't mean anything like that. You look perplexed, Miles. Thought of anything yet? The chisel is not the murder weapon. Well, in that case, what is? What's the use? We're back where we started.
No objections, Prosecutor Edgeworth? By the way, any baseless statements will be punished accordingly.
Oh. That's no good. I can't think of anything. I need more time.
I know what it is. I know where it is.
I regret to say I have no...
No! Mr. Edgeworth, remember what Mr. Shields said? If we give up, Simon will... Have you forgotten that sad look on his face?
It's kind of hard to tell when he's covering his face.
Yeah. He was the one who suffered most from Knightley's death. If we can't save him, who will? Besides, Simon believes in us, so we can't give up.
Okay. Miles, looks like you found a good partner. It's like little Kay says. Whenever you're backed into a corner, think of your client. Keep fighting until the very end. Isn't that the feeling you're getting? Gregory, the old man. No matter what trouble he faced, he would always turn things around and save his client. You got his blood in you, right? In that case, you're the only one who can turn this around. George Courtney?
The look in your eyes has suddenly changed. If you do not intend to speak, you'd better be prepared to face the consequences. Your logic thus far has been misplaced numerous times. If this were to happen again, I will consider you unfit to call yourself a prosecutor. And you will hand over your badge.
That's right. My reasoning about this case has indeed been misplaced numerous times. Have I made a grave miscalculation? Wait. My logic is... misplaced.
Still silent? I cannot condone this waste of time. Well then.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Mr. Edgeworth! Ah! I will announce my verdict.
That's it. I have to turn my logic around. My logic isn't misplaced, it's been misled.
This court finds the defendant, Simon Keyes... did you just...
Damn right. Isn't it a little early to hand down a verdict?
I actually think it's rather late. Don't you agree, Justine, darling? Enlighten us. What?
Try to remember the eyewitness account about his dog and his absence from the animal show. When I first heard that information, my suspicion immediately fell on Dogen.
I am amazed you take such pride in retelling your previous failings.
But was that not the killer's aim? What if we assume that that was the intention from the start? Of course, the chisel served the same purpose. Knightley's body was stabbed in the same spot with multiple sharp objects. This shows that he was stabbed with the chisel after the real murder weapon was removed. By soaking the chisel in Knightley's blood, the killer wanted to mislead us into thinking the chisel was a murder weapon.
I knew it.
Why? Well, that's because... Why did the killer want us to think the chisel was a murder weapon?
To get...
What?
Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing.
Is the word expelled?
No, what? Why would that be funny?
Because to me it sounds funny, because it's like, you can't expel somebody from prison? It's not school, but... No, listen, shut up.
We're very tired. Let's see, I feel like we're close, so I kind of want to keep continuing. Is that okay?
I mean, we could. It'll be long, you know, because it's like, we are close, but we're already at 30 minutes. Unless you like want to make this the finale for this.
I just kind of want to be done with this case.
Okay, let's keep going.
All right. Why did the killer want us to think? So, I think obviously to get Dogen expelled, right? Because then it's like, oh, we could send him off somewhere else, so that way she could be like, I could save my family.
Seems like a logical conclusion.
All right, do it.
Warden Roland, you made use of this chisel's image.
Chisel's image? What are you trying to say?
Mr. the Best, when you see this chisel, what does it suggest to you? Something like, Dogen's the killer, right? Why are you shouting? Now, do you understand? That was the warden's aim.
Ah, she wanted us to suspect the person with the chisels.
Indeed. That was her plan from the very beginning. To make...
It was missing. Sorry.
You're good. To make Sirhan Dogen out to be the killer.
I understand your logic. It is true the warden did not think kindly of Dogen. But you understand, don't you? This alone does not prove she is the killer.
As I...
Sorry.
You're good. As I thought, it's not enough. The remaining chance is for me to find a real murder weapon.
If you have no more evidence, I believe this conversation is over.
Objection!
I could prove it if I found the real murder weapon. It doesn't matter what you say. We did a clean sweep of this place.
It is as Sebastian says. In the end, we could not find any weapons. In other words, such proof is impossible.
Objection!
No, the murder weapon must still be somewhere in the prison. As long as this exists. The security gate! You remember its name after all. Are you mocking me? It's because of those things. But you can't take metal objects in or out of this place. Oh! Right. As long as those security gates exist, the murder weapon should still be here.
Yeah. That also means no weapon could have been brought into the prison. In the end, we're back to the same mystery after all.
Judge Courtney.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, surely you realized. If the real murder weapon is still in the prison, one must also consider how it got there in the first place.
The chisel was concealed within the chessboard. But the chisel is not the real murder weapon. Which means a real murder weapon must have been smuggled in somehow.
The way it was smuggled in, can you prove that?
Look, how Warden Roland brought the weapon to the prison. You had evidence transferred from the prison?
Yes, this is part of the evidence of Dogen. Even if I had him in my office,
What's wrong with us?
I think that's how we should handle all the flashbacks from now on.
I mean, it's good for people who have not seen videos in a while or something, but... That's it! She could have used that! This shows another way a weapon could be brought into the prison.
What? Would it be the chessboard itself?
No, because we already brought that up.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait, this shows another way a weapon could be brought into the prison.
Huh? Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Hold on. Hold the phone. This shows a way.
You know the way?
What about? I knew. What about the tunnel?
Let's see. What does it say? Photograph the tunnel connection to the detention center and the prison principal onto a. Well, how's it? Okay, let's just say that.
Oh no! Oh. Okay. Wait, I forgot. Hold on. I need to look at the floor plans. Okay, the detention center. Oh yeah, that's right. The security gates lead into the detention center. I thought it was separate. I forgot. Actually, I might end the episode here. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't want this episode to be so long. We'll get back in the next episode what the weapon will be.
All right, sounds good.
Sorry, I know abrupt ending. I'm sorry, but I just don't want to. I don't want to feel like I'm rushing to end the case and just forget everything. So, thank you all so very much for watching. And if no one's told you that they love you today, we do.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.